Hello, my name is Tina and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about evil, or rather the real reason um, behind the existence of evil. Why evil exists, we all know. It's to make our life difficult. Many people have idea who is really running this show, so obviously it's to oppress, depress, enslave and all that. But there is a certain reason, a very deep reason why evil exists in here. Obviously this is all by design, since this word has been created here in duality mode, where both good and evil reincarnate, and this existence that we know has been designed to create maximum drama and conflict. So there's something behind, obviously. It's not simply cut because it's evil, so evil things happens. There's a reason, there's agenda behind it. And as I just mentioned, this is all being created in a deliberate manner. And what is really happening? If we live a life under stress, under conflict, unhappiness, that produces lots of negativity, lots of negative energy. And what really happens, everybody knows that it's continuous in here, that we don't get much break from bad episodes in our life, really. Sometimes the episodes that are relatively peaceful and happy can last for a little while, but it's always like suddenly when we comfortable, when we not vigilant enough, when we least expect it, there's some problems on the horizon appearing, and it's like problems are here to be solved usually, because if you don't solve the problems, they have no intention of going away on their own. So what is really happening? We are programmed to accept problems in here. Yes, programmed. We designed to say, okay, this is life, because this is the way it is, and there's nothing I can do about it. Everybody has problems, and but why? I give you this little like example. Let's assume that you are the person that had nothing but struggles throughout the life. You had a bad start, and you lived here like maybe 80 years or so, and it looks like you're gonna have a bad ending. So basically the whole life was one massive stress and unhappiness, because there's lots of people that actually go through life and experience very little happiness of any kind. So what happens when you die after a life of struggle? What do you take with you? You only can take from this world with you your consciousness. And your consciousness is, by the end of the life on this planet, it's filled with all sort of experience, memories of experiences. Could be good, not so good, bad, or very bad, okay? That's the only thing you take it with you, because even the meat suit that you are stuffed in, you're gonna leave it behind at the moment of physical death. So yes, you're taking the consciousness, and if the negativity in that consciousness is very, very oppressively low, you're gonna end up in a lower astral, okay? Because remember, what happens with the soul at the moment of your physical death, the soul leaves the body, and you are gonna be going to a place where you belong. And you're gonna belong in a place, it's depending on your consciousness, on your awareness. If you have certain ideas that how you would like to exist. I'm talking whatever it is, really, that's going to be reflected to where you're going to find yourself in. And after a lifetime of negativity, of evil that you experience here, you're going to find yourself very likely in the lower astral. And who resides, who lives in the lower astral, who exists there? Obviously, all the archons, the whole crew who run this show on Earth here. I call it like an office is there. They've got this office that they operate from to manage this farm, and this is what they are. Um, if you end up there, obviously you're going to be under their law, under their rules, the rules that they're going to impose, and basically your soul going to be enslaved again. Continuation of enslavement will result in yet another reincarnation. I'm sorry, but this is exactly how where it hits to. That's why I'm stressing. I'm stating, guys, in almost every video. Please deepen your awareness. Go within, go inside yourself. Ask questions. Do not accept anything blindly. Because unless you're going to do some work, this is your only mission in this life, to save yourself. Don't believe if anybody says there's a savior coming, because this is absolutely ridiculous. There's no such a thing, really. There's no savior coming. There's no angels going to come and help you. You are the one who has the power and who has ability to create this exit by yourself, for yourself. You are the only one, really. So try to live in such a way that you're not going to end up in the lower astral after you leave this body. Because this is exactly what it is. It's like a recycle. You go from here, you go to the recycle center, which is the lower astral, and usually when you either ignorant means that you have not prepared in any way, that you given all the faith to some god, to some deity, to some angels, and you trust and believe them, you're going to also end up in there. But if you are experiencing lots of negativity through evil of this world, please also be aware that that lowers your vibes, lowers your ability to think or creatively, and to think of as a servant being. You're going to be feeling oppressed, and you're going to die a slave, basically, because fear represents very low vibrations, very low and negative place in the soul. So be aware of that. Fear has to be dealt with while you are still here, because if you feel that it's gonna go immediately, gonna leave you, no, it doesn't happen that way. You are exactly the same person in exactly the same state one moment after you cross to the person that you were before you crossed over. You don't just automatically, magically change into something that you are not. So yes, it is important to take things into your own hands, rather into your own mind and soul, and try to think deeply how you want to proceed with this life. If you're experiencing evil, excuse me, try to change the situation to your best ability. What I mean by that, yes, I know there are difficulties in the physical world, that sometimes many of us are trapped in situations that are beyond almost our physical control. There could be like a situation between family, there could be like violence, there could be fear, there could be dependence, financial dependence, and all sort of other, like we need care, we're afraid to be on our own and all this. So we're depending on somebody else. But if the situation is toxic, no amount of help is going to change, and it's going to make things better, because after a while you're going to resent yourself and resent your situation that you are in. So whatever you can, however you can, try to work yourself step by step to eliminate the negative situation that you may be in into some more peaceful surroundings, because we don't know when we're gonna cross. Okay, we don't know. People die at old ages. Again, I'm mentioning here death, and I don't think this is a very popular topic, but it has to be said because I'm talking about both existence here and this evil world, and existence in astral reality, which is life after death, as many people know this term. So life after death has been always like of my very deep interest, and I don't know if it's fascination. Something was pushing me into that area to look into it, to examine it, to find as much as possible, because I was curious, of course, and I still am very curious. But my curiosity now is slightly different to the one that I used to have before, because now I know that it's a matter of freeing myself from any ties of this world and making sure that I will never end up here again and repeating another lifetime here, because I'm deciding, I've decided already that I am not coming back here. I'm a last time, I call myself, and I'm here for the very, very last time, and I don't intend to ever repeat this experience, which hasn't been too good, except, it changed, I had a very bad experience for many, many, many long years, but last 15 years of my life has been quite good. But yeah, again, I'm talking about many, many years of struggle and lots of abuse and lots of unhappiness, lots of loneliness. If that lasted and I died in that kind of state with these fresh memories of this unhappy energy that was surrounding me all the time, I would take it with you. So that's why I'm saying, please pay attention. If you're not happy in your life, if you have any issues unresolved, but try to make peace in those areas, but in such a way that you're going to be happy with the way you proceed forward, because you can't force it really. If you have issues that are unresolved and it's out of your hands to resolve those issues, that can be very challenging to suddenly, I'm moving on no matter what. Because, you cannot lie to yourself. You're going to take it with you. Your mind goes with you, and if your mind has conflict, this conflict has to be balanced out and resolved somehow. So please pay attention to do that. I'm making these videos in this mode of spreading the awareness as what is going on, and perhaps maybe influence few people to help themselves if you're able to. So please pay attention to everything that is around you. And again, I'm repeating here, vigilance is very important. Never lose that grip of control of what is happening, because remember, you are in the driving seat, and if you give that permission that somebody else is the driver and you are the passenger, it's very likely that you're not going to get much out of the improvement that you're hoping for, because especially if somebody wants to be your driver and using this position to manipulate you to do certain things or to think in certain way or behave in certain way, then obviously you're going to be finding yourself in a very toxic situation. So remember, the only person you can really rely on in those very important matters is yourself. Do not give this responsibility to somebody else to do it for you and to solve things, because you know very well what situation you are in, and that is important to remember, that you are the boss, that there's nobody else that can be telling you how to solve certain things. Certain things in life can't be forced, like you can't force somebody else to love or to believe something. You can only change those things between yourself, but you cannot force somebody else to do this. Can you imagine being forced to do something like regards some feelings? Feelings cannot be forced. So I'm saying situations that are toxic, there's usually lots of anger involved in there, and this kind of feelings are very deep. Therefore, it's up to us alone to solve it. Because if you're not gonna solve these feelings of negativity, it's gonna go with you. This is energy, an energy that belongs to us. We own it in a way. You can't just throw it out of the window, because it doesn't work that way. Energy has to be transformed into something better, into something that is more in a harmonious flow between your soul. So yes, evil here on this planet has been introduced deliberately through duality to create as much drama, as much conflicts, just for that reason, to oppress us and to create this negativity that we take it with us, basically. Because if it wasn't in such a mode, this world created, then lots of people would cross over feeling happy, really. But there isn't that many people that are dying and they are very, very happy. Not at all. Death alone is, I personally say that this is a blow to a soul. We don't need to experience death. We are eternal beings, but somehow we found ourselves in here, in this, on this planet, where everything that exists here has to experience death. And there's lots wrong with that, and it's stressful. People are fearing it, and nobody likes to even talk or think about it. So that alone can create lots of negativity. The fear of death, that last moment, how is it going to happen, what's going to happen afterwards, when is it going to happen, that anticipation. Some people, I met quite a few people that they were petrified of dying, really, and no amount of understanding or reasoning can eliminate that fear. So this has been weaponized almost, our own death. If everything could be perfect in a life, the fear of death would be hitting you on the very last moment, because if nothing else did, that would probably. And that negativity may change the way you feel, and it may lower your well-being and your vibes of your soul, and put you in a compromising situation after crossing over. So please spend some time and create this habit of being neutral, like, when you find these peaceful moments that nothing bothers you, try to concentrate on those moments rather than on some negativity. Find something that is very relaxing, that doesn't have any emotions like rising suddenly, that creates excitement, or usually fear or anger, because that creates negativity too. So be aware of that. Yes, I'm very concerned because I know lots of people that are totally unprepared for crossing over, and they are oblivious to everything what is happening around them, and they dwell on this negativity non-stop, without realizing that how damaging that can be. and how it can change your own future. I mean, we don't die, so I'm talking about the future, that you may be recycled here and come back here again, even if you have no intention to do so. So understanding all this is the key. So please try and do some homework while you're still here. Well, that will be it for today, and I hope you like this video. Thank you very much for listening. Bye bye for now.